Hi Anne, welcome back.
Hi there, welcome back.
Something we would like to talk to you about in this show is the decision-making period. And I have a very tricky question that I want to test Christo on. And the question is, are you ready?
I'm always ready.
Are you?
Depends what for.
Okay, so the question is, how long does it take someone from having an idea that they might need your product or service to actually giving you money, to actually deciding to buy from you?
This is a bazillion-dollar question. How long does it take for someone to decide to buy? I've got no answer for that because it's well, the answer is it could be any period of time.
Yeah, it depends.
It depends. Some people are going to be qualified and they're going to know how your price stacks up in the market. They've got a red hot burning desire, or they're ready to buy, and they've done their research, and they might come across your business and just buy like that because they know, oh, okay, you sit well. Whereas some people might take 6 months, sometimes it might take 2 years.
I reckon you got the question pretty all right. So it's the buying behavior depends on the person. Some people buy really quickly, some people take a little longer. Also the urgency of the problem that you have. If you have a back pain, you're going to make a decision really quickly which chiropractor you want to work with. If you're buying a house, it might take a little longer. And also, where are you at in the buying cycle?
Yes, absolutely. So
what do we do? Yeah, what do we do?
What we need to do is own the decision-making period.
I like it.
What we're going to do, this is because the decision-making period, it could be 2 minutes. Another customer, it might be 3 weeks. Someone else, it might be 18 months. And you don't know how long it's going to actually take. We've all done it. I bet everybody watching the video, we've all probably Googled, 10 different things in the last 6 months that you still haven't bought. Some of them you might never buy. Some of them you're going to buy at all different times in the future. So we need to own this decision-making period as best we can. So how do we do that? Couple of examples. I'll give you an example of an online, example of offline. Let's say somebody comes across your website. That's how we mostly start our buying decisions at the moment.
We often Google.
We Google. Yeah. So let's say I'm interested in buying your product or service. I'll probably open your website. I'll probably open your 2 biggest competitors at the websites at the same time because I'm going to see how you stack up. So what you could have as one example of owning the decision-making period there is by having brilliant content, well, first of all, because it's going to make me go, oh, wow, this is interesting. It'll be giving me some value. Any ways we can provide value is how we'll own the decision-making period. That's a bit of a general rule. So you might have an opt-in on the website which has some fantastic information which I'm interested in getting. It says, interested in buying a camera but haven't got the faintest idea about megapixels, battery space, whatever it is, zoom and all this, and I'm interested in buying a camera. I'm probably going to put my details in to get that information if that's going to help me speed up all of the sorting through what's out there and so on.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, just providing content then to me, and you can email me then, you've got my details, I'm in your database.
Yeah, and this is another important question. People sometimes say, yeah, but email marketing, isn't that a little bit outdated? No, not at all. Email marketing for some businesses that do a really good job at it is their biggest selling driver, their sales driver really through email.
Absolutely. So another thing you could do with online too is let's say I come to your website this time, I don't buy right away, I don't like the look of your opt-in this time, you then have remarketing set up so your ads would then follow me around because I've visited a specific page on your site. So if I can put my hand up to say, hey, I'm interested, but not right now, you just don't know when that's going to be. So you want to keep your products or services in front of me.
What do you do offline?
Offline, an example, the same thing. So think about how can I provide value? Now this is going to vary for different businesses. So I might walk into your store, you might give me a free sample of a cookie or something to trial it, like trying to get some value into my hands before asking for a sale. If I don't buy right away, or I might phone you up and say, hey, I'm interested in working with you as a consultant or whatever you offer, or your accounting firm or your lawyer or whatever, I'm interested in this. You could have a few key resources which you send to people who are in the decision-making period. So I might call you up and say, how much is it? How does it work? Let's have a conversation. You give me the info and I say, cool, I'm gonna go away and think about it. Thanks for the info. What you could then move to is, okay, great, in the meantime, I have this resource template which will help you define, the top things or the top checklist to prepare for, which will save you time and money. When you're working with someone like me as a new accountant or whatever it is, how about I'll email that out to you? Would you like that? Oh yes, if it's specific. So you have key resources, you might need 4 or 5 for the main things that people initially come to you for. You send that out, and then that also gives you could call it an excuse. It gives you a good reason to then follow up as well. So if you haven't left the conversation with like, oh great, let's talk next week, or anything, if you've left the conversation with, okay, I'm not ready right now, okay, bye. This is a nice way to say, look, I can give you this resource. Then you can follow up again, say, hey, just want to make sure you got it. And how you're going with that, and is there anything else we can help you with? So we look to provide more and more value. We might suddenly say, hey, we happen to have a blog, which we would find very beneficial as well, or a podcast or a video. Here's the link to it. I thought you might benefit from this, something nice and tailored. So there you go, some good examples.
And the beauty about having a little bit of variety is because not everyone has the same needs. So if you have different things on offer, you can really tailor it rather than giving everyone the same thing.
Same general
so now call to action for you is to look at how you can own this decision-making period so that people don't go somewhere else. It's always a little bit of a shame if you have such a good product or service, but people go to your competitors. So own the first sort of 10, 20, 30 days, depending on the urgency of the solution.
It could be a sample, a trial, a taste test. Or just value.
Yeah, and have a go at it and let us know how you go. Also check out Pick of the Bunch, our podcast. We talk about a lot of stuff in more depth. This is a little bit shorter, so have a look there too, and we'll catch you next time.